perchance one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to
Give the man some space, Law.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. Next thing I knew...
You mean to say you won the
No. They kept me locked. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The only reason I survived.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly... It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the blazing...
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all...
They said it was for something called this. As for what the ceremony...
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did. After all, you...
But Shion said she'd never...
I was wrong. It wasn't she. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channel.
A maiden?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens...
Naori's family name.
Imeris. As in...
So they're distant...
Your guess is as good as mine.
The math.
To keep my soul from develop after what I did on Lenegis.
Lies?
Oh.
Perhaps it was a...
I don't know. Well, I lost conscience by the time I came to Lenegis. I shudder to think of how many...
You really expect us to believe this?
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis. The restoration took years.
By ancient...
It predates the crown contest. More than 300...
300?
Deep down, maybe...
Alphen.
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home. Then, when I finally remember, turns out so much for standing up to injustice.
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this...
Kisara.
Listen.
What about Shion?
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. This is Volron, remember? Take some time to think things through.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield I am well aware of where you got your powers. But what? More to the point, why? And then there is the Maiden. A figure so powerful. She's playing yin to the And yet, then again, this all occurred 300... Listen, I learned the same history. Listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now...
Speaking of which, there's something else.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least...
Oh, I have never... And you never participated in a crown contest.
3 centuries is more than...
Well, I'm only estimating...
Who the...
If I may be frank,
Frank.
Sometimes we need a little... Not to compete over lives lost.
Thanks for lending me an ear.
Please, no thanks...
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this. What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad? That's the guy I was proud to follow. No, I'm serious. What's gotten me? Now I'm gonna ask you this one. What's it gonna...
What?
So then quit...
Listen.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. But there's still so much that
He could be a pain sometimes.
Yeah, just give me a little more.
Hey, don't even...
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion, and I didn't realize...
I guess all of us.
Yeah, but you've only just found out.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even It's strange. When I think... But then I realized what feels...
What about your hometown?
I doubt it. Even if the place is still there physically,
Yeah. I have no home. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage, and although if that had been the case, I'd never have met a...
Have you learned to
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in...
Rinwa.
First it was Shion, then it was me.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me.
You couldn't have... Poor Shion must...
Yeah. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. So,
All I know is Shion.
say, how did you get back?
I came down in a Renin storm.
What happened to her?
She stayed just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people. Naori's place was with her fellow Renins. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted?
Even within Renin society itself, there exists... Despite that, she did everything she possibly could. She stayed behind on Lenegis. A debt left to fester for what?
In all honesty, you don't. Be it several...
What are you saying?
I'm saying you don't have to be... Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told... You know what I heard?
And I was out of line.
No, you're wrong. Though left to my own devices, besides, it's not like killing all those people. The truly terrible ones are the people who abduct. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside. Do you understand? But if you're still not...
What I... Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alvin, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Google policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Dragon Floor!
are those arms even that powerful? Confiscated!
Eagle Fly!
You're mine!
Talon Hacking! Eagle Fly!
Now!
Just getting
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Not a chance! Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Take this! I'm on a roll now! I'll tear you
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
and I'll stop your life!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Shion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
And we'll see you next time. Very much. Sorry for the short part. I just wanted to get up to a part for tomorrow.